everybody, and welcome to the channel. What are we checking out? We're checking out Ewan McGregor, the prequels, run rated, agree to disagree from the Lad Bible TV. Go shout out to the Lad Bible TV. I'll have a link down below. Go over, give them some love, subscribe to them, and all that kind of things. I'm always checking out their content over here. Now, why am I doing this one in particular? Because I did a variety poll on my Patreon page. This is a one-to-one, so shout out to my patrons, shout out to people on YouTube. Loves everybody. Let's go.
Do you think you've got the most dedicated fan base?
Feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Star Trek fans might have something to say about that, but you know.
And Marvel as well, of course.
Yeah, well.
Oh, come on. Oh, what's more dedicated, Star Wars or Marvel fans?
Quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just see how dark the dark side you're on. You never know with you how deeply into the dark side you are.
Yeah, that's true. Shall we?
Red is the coolest color of lightsaber. 3, 2, 1.
I think purple. Oh, yeah.
Well, there you are. Yeah. I mean, I could be both sides of this line, in truth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was always
Okay.
blue.
You were always blue.
You're always blue.
But Samuel Jackson was purple.
Obviously purple, yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was like something that he said, I'll play the role if I can have a purple lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's what he told George.
Which is great.
And he got
That's
it.
why he got it. I mean, you're not going to say no to Samuel Jackson anyway.
We went through a nice collection of sabers.
Yeah. The lightsabers that we used back in the prequels were literally like there was a certain kind of alloy. I don't know. It was a metal pole,
Yeah.
Right.
and they would bend. Like we would fight, and every take we did in a fight, they would bend. You know,
Really?
because it's like full contact when you're.
We're really having a go at each other, and
Yeah.
it'd be all.
No, I have to say, the reason I say purple is because purple's my favorite color. But, I mean, there's only the one Jedi that had it, so come on. But it's a cool color. I always like to look up a yellow lightsaber, too, like in video games and everything. But, I mean, traditional colors, the red, between the red and the blue, what do I like better? I don't know. It's just fitting. The red is more darker, more badass, right? But the blue is more like peace and hope and, like, you know, I don't know. I can't pick. I can't pick. But it's interesting. They're going to talk about the lightsabers here now and the different variations that he had through the different films. I'm interested about that. The nerd in me loves
and
it.
every take we did in a fight, they would bend. You know, because it's like full contact when you're.
We're really having a go at each other, and
Yeah.
they would be all warped at the end of it, and they'd replace you with a new saber. And
There was that guy on set who just had a car on wheels.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah. Thomas.
That's right.
Yeah.
And all he did was make lightsabers. And every take we'd be handed a new one.
What a job!
And nowadays they're different. They're different now. I sort of missed the old ones, to be honest.
They had a nice feel to them.
Yeah. Yeah, they were real clash together. Yeah, no, it's the good old days. Lightsabers aren't what they used to be.
Darth Vader is the best villain in movie history. 3, 2, 1.
Well played.
Yeah.
I want to agree or strongly agree.
I can't think of anyone else who's
Yeah, I mean,
more a villain than him.
strongly agree.
Very
Yeah,
scary
pretty
to see
good.
him, you know? I didn't work
Yeah.
with Darth Vader in episode 1.
Before they give their answer, I'm trying to think. There's so many good villains, right? But, I mean, overall, like with the whole plot from being like the child and how he was raised right into how, you know, he was grown up and he felt betrayed and then he twisted and then went to the dark side and the dilemma, the family back and forth, and he has a reason for his madness, why he's there, you know what I mean? In his mind, he don't think he's evil, you know, at least for a good portion of the film and that kind of thing. But, yeah, there's a lot of good villains out there in different movies, but either way, yeah. And if you guys don't realize, I've done the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and all that over on my movie channel. If you want to go check it out, the link will be, you know, in the description down below.
1 to 3 because he wasn't, you know, you weren't him yet.
Right.
But then in this series that we've just made, to see you coming at me with that, it's like made me feel like I was 7 years old again. Like the fear that went through me was genuine. I've never had that acting before. Where you have like a actual like fear moment, you know. But I
Really? But the
felt
fear
that
of it.
when I turned around and there you were,
Yeah.
with like 7 feet tall with the helmet.
It had been 17, 18 years since I last put it on, and
Wow.
what an experience! I mean,
Holy crap.
It's an incredible costume.
Yeah.
And I bet he never thought, like, after he did the prequels, that he was like, well, I'm probably not going to get to play this role anymore, especially as the years went on 5, 10, 15 years go by. You're like, yeah, I guess that was it for me and Vader. But now the Disney started this whole Disney Plus kick and bought out Star Wars, and they're like, well, we're going to use the IP to do things with it. Now it's like they're bringing everybody back.
Do you feel evil in it?
You can't help not, but I mean, it really informs the way you feel.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, you
I'd
do.
love to put it on.
Motorbikes are the best form of travel. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm going with agree because I don't really ride motorbikes, but I love dirt bikes.
Yeah.
The first time I
okay.
was on a bike was actually with you. I
Really?
don't know if you remember, but when we
In
were
Sydney.
actually here in London.
Oh.
Yeah. When we first got to London to do some of the additional photography,
Yeah.
you came and picked me up at the hotel and went for a ride on your bike. And
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? You don't remember it at
you were
all?
fast. I was holding on for dear life.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dad was a.
I love this kind of behind the scenes stuff. Do you guys? I mean, just to hear how the actors, what they did in their downtime while filming and that kind of thing, it fascinates me all the time.
charity organisation in my little town of Crieff, and my dad was the chairman of this charity organisation one year. Kids would write in, and this little kid wanted to ride a motorbike, so my dad organised for his friend to bring a little 50cc motorbike, like one of those tiny little Honda ones, to a field, and this little kid got to ride around, and I was there. And after this kid rode around, my dad said, "Do you want a go?" And I went, "Okay, Dad." So I got on this motorbike, and it was tiny, and I was quite tiny. And it was just a twist and go, no gears, and I took off on it, and I like, my life changed. You know, I couldn't believe that this turned into this, and I still feel a bit like that today. Like, when I get on a bike and I ride somewhere, I still feel like,
Oh, see?
they're really letting me do this? Like, are we allowed? It's so good, it should be allowed.
The things in your childhood, just they have such an impact on you, right? Like, that's why I'm still such a Marvel fanboy and I like Star Wars and all this kind of thing. It's like the different things that you do during your youth, then they carry it with you, you know. Well, especially for guys. I feel like me and all my guy friends are still into the same things that we had when we were children, right? We just took it away. We never grow up, keep going with it. But I find, like, you know, all the lady friends I've had over the years and things like that, it's like, I always ask them, like, what are your hobbies? And they're always like, oh, just, you know, watching Netflix or whatever. I'm like, nothing? You don't take nothing from your childhood? You know, like, what do you do? I don't understand. I don't understand it. But anyways, you guys can comment below if you can figure out that great mystery of life, but I have no idea.
Illegal or something, you know, you have that feeling. So I've never gotten over it, and that's still my favourite way to get around.
I love it.
The
a good story.
prequels were underrated. 3, 2, 1.
I mean, not by the people that love that sort of we made them for, in fact.
Yeah, underrated at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
by the
I feel
critics
like,
and stuff.
I feel
by
like
the
now,
time, yeah.
though, just needed a little bit of time, you know, to sort of ferment in our popular culture.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But I think they were appreciated at the time by the generation we
Yeah.
made them for, if you like. It's just that
Okay.
there was no social media then. There was no we didn't hear their voice as much as you would do nowadays. You know, with
True,
a film that's
true.
coming out now, there's no question what people think about it because you can see it on social media, and the audience's voice is much louder now, if you like. And at the time,
Ain't that the truth?
basically the reaction was driven by the critics who decided they weren't as good as the original film, and George always had
Before he goes on to the George point, one thing that always throws me off nowadays about movies, people judge a movie and determine whether they're going to watch it or not before they even seen it. Sometimes even before they've seen the trailer. They'll just catch wind of, like, such and such an actor is playing a role, or, you know, there's something that's in it that's woke, or whatever, and then they'll be like, nope, not even watching it. Won't even give the film a chance. And it's like, I don't know, that was never a thing in the past for me growing up. But anywho,
weren't as good as the original film, and George always had a very strong idea to make them different kinds of movies. He didn't set out to remake what he'd done in the 70s. He wanted to try to tell to set those films up, if you like, but
Right.
also to make them feel different, which they do.
they
The
feel
Star
very
Wars
different.
universe is the best cinematic universe. 3,
Oh,
2,
I'm torn
1.
on this. I'm torn.
I think it's a testament that we love that there's so many different stories being told within it now, because we like that world. You know, George created something that we can escape into, and I think that's why people love it so much. I mean,
good
there's lots
reason.
of reasons why people love it, I think.
Yeah.
But the fact that we can tell different stories from different timelines
Yeah.
Yeah.
with characters from the original trilogy or not, you know?
And that's really been so fun to watch it just continue to grow and expand. And,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Yeah.
Do you think you've got the most dedicated fan base?
Feels that way.
Yeah. The Star Trek fans might have something to say about that. But
What is bigger? Star Wars is way bigger than Star Trek. You know, and there's a lot of Trekkies out there that will argue, but I don't know. Growing up over the years, of where I come from, and I've traveled through different provinces and things like that. Whenever you bring up Star Wars, people like Star Wars, but when you bring up Star Trek, like rarely do people say, "Yeah, I've actually watched Star Trek." So, but like everybody I know has watched Star Wars and like Star Wars and that kind of thing. But Star Trek, no. But I know the Star Trek fans, the Trekkies, are diehard about it. That's the thing. They're crazy passionate about it. So I don't know. But I like the Marvel universe. But now, if you're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I don't know. Ups and downs with that. Let's go.
We'll ignite a war.
yeah.
Yeah, Night of War.
People beating each other up in cinema queues around the world.
Yeah.
And Marvel as well, of course.
Yeah, well.
Pineapple on pizza is delicious.
Oh, here we
3,
go. A
2,
classic
1.
question.
It depends. I feel like pineapple with like, I've had pineapple with jalapeno on the pizza.
Okay.
And it's a great combination.
Oh, okay.
It was actually George's
Yeah.
son that told me about, you got to put some jalapeno with the pineapple.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what would you
Okay,
just have the
interesting.
pineapple on its own?
When I was young, yeah.
Really?
I grew up in Canada.
Listen, don't blame the Canadians for your own strange tastes, you know?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think I've ever ordered.
I'll make you a pizza one time.
Okay.
And you'll be on this side soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna pull me over to
Yeah,
the.
we're gonna play you over to the agreed side.
Come to the agreed side. I like that little play on words that he did there. That was great. I don't like pineapple on pizza. I said it in all these agree disagrees. My God, but he asked that question every time. All right.
You're gonna pull me over to
We're gonna play you over to the agreed
the
side.
agreed side. My favorite pizza is pepperoni with anchovies.
Ooh.
Because I just must have a real salty taste, you know? But I don't know that I've ever ordered a pizza with pineapple. Of course, I've picked a slice up from somewhere that's got pineapple on it, but it's not something that I would ever think to order.
Obi-Wan's Jedi mullet is the worst hairstyle in cinema history. 3, 2, 1.
Strongly disagree
Can't
on
say
that one. Yeah, no. You rock that mullet
No, I was-
very well.
At the time,
Wow.
probably I didn't think it was I might have gone over here.
Okay.
But now, no, I think it's like part of this, the
It's,
way it is.
it's iconic, yeah.
It's an iconic mullet. It's quite a mullet, though, isn't it? Really, it's very Bee Gees. I think it's a sort of Bee Gees haircut.
yeah,
more
it's
than anything.
Bee Gees.
Bee Gee Jedi.
That's a good point.
Did you like the little, was it the plait that you had coming
Yeah.
down for another
Oh.
one?
The Padawan
okay.
braid, yeah. I did like that,
Me too.
but mainly because you made it look so cool in episode 1. I was like, I get one of those now.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
It's an
true.
interesting idea, isn't it?
It is. I've met people
Who have one.
who have their own Padawan braid because of that. Yeah.
And then also,
Wow.
what's forgotten is that you have the little
The thing on the
the
back
thing on
too,
the back
yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
which
And-
so
and
that's
you
all
had to-
forgotten about.
You had to grow your hair so that they could attach it, and the rest of it was very short. So if you weren't filming, your hair looked very odd
Yeah.
because you had a long bit right here and a long bit right here, and everything else was very short.
Yeah, I remember that
imagine.
first thing in the morning, but just having it sort of glued in.
Yeah.
It's funny because at this point I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hair. My hair is crazy long. If I take this hat off, my hair is digged down to here. But I'm trying to figure out whether I want to keep it long or if I just want to go back to a short hairstyle. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But anyways, maybe I should just do that. Get the Padawan braid come down the side with a little tiny knob sticking at the back. What do you think, everybody? Comment below if you want me to get it.
No. I kept a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is that you see them up for auction every now and again. Somebody sells one, and
Oh, yeah.
like there was only one. Like there was a new one every day. It wasn't the same one.
True.
People are selling them like the Jedi braid. You're like, no.
It's great to be working again with the person opposite me. 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
strongly agree.
I'm going all the way over
All
here.
the way over here. Absolutely, yeah, it is.
It's just the coolest
been the
thing.
best, yeah.
I mean, we became
After
so close when we
17
were
years, I
prequels,
can
and
imagine.
Just to get to come back and
Yeah.
Yeah.
do this again, just to get to sit here and
I know.
do this
I know.
is such a trip.
It's just totally like picking up where we left off.
Did he ever? Oh my God! Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Friggin' Anakin there. Did he do any films or movies or anything since? I didn't see him in anything. Once he finished up episode 3, I never seen him again till now. You can comment down below. I don't know. I'm pretty sure like Ewan was like doing things. He didn't do like a Winnie the Pooh movie, and I don't know what else. Maybe he was in some other things, but okay,
This
well,
is such a trip.
It's just totally like picking up where we left off. I mean, when we were on set together, shooting for this TV series, it felt like the last 17 years didn't happen. It was very odd. You didn't look like
That's how I felt about
a
you.
day older. Like, it was so bizarre.
Well played.
Yeah, well done.
Wow, that was great just to get the backstories and a lot of the behind the scenes. Like, they're two laid back guys, so you're not going to get a whole lot of laughs or anything like when you do like Kevin Hart and The Rock or whatever. But it doesn't matter. You get a lot of the behind the scenes and their appreciation for each other and everything. I loved it. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Check out one of the other videos over here while you're at it. Why not? Hang out with me. Peace and love, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.